A strong embrace between two world leaders as President Volodymr Zelenskyy touched down in England to meet with British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak.
Today we spoke about the jets, very important topic for us, because we can't control the sky, you know it.
At the British PM's Chequers country residence today, Zelenskyy was promised long-range attack drones, as the men discussed Ukraine's request for Western fighter jets.
One thing we will be doing, starting actually relatively soon, is training of Ukrainian pilots, and that's something that we've discussed today. We're ready to implement those plans in relatively short order, which will mean that we're training Ukrainian citizens to become absolutely combat-ready aircraft pilots, and particularly whether it comes to NATO tactics as well, because that's an important part of the long-term relationship between our countries.
Zelenskyy visited the country as part of his European tour aimed at securing new weapons for a counteroffensive against Russia. He is the first foreign leader to be hosted at Chequers since Sunak took office in October. Sunak said Britain would provide Ukraine with hundreds of air defense missiles and further unmanned aerial systems, including new long-range attack drones with a range of more than 200 kilometers, to be delivered over the coming months. Britain also announced it would begin basic training of Ukrainian pilots this summer, hand in hand with UK efforts to work with other countries on providing F-16 jets, Ukraine's fighter jets of choice. Sunak's spokesperson then added that Britain had no plans to send fighter jets to Ukraine. Britain has frequently been the first country to offer Ukraine new capabilities, often followed by similar offers from other allies. It was the first to offer battle tanks in January. After the United States, Britain has been one of the largest suppliers of military aid to Ukraine, contributing $2.9 billion worth of support last year and pledging a similar amount for 2023. Today, the Kremlin said Russia takes an extremely negative view of Britain's decision to supply Ukraine with more military hardware, but does not believe London's help will change the course of the conflict. Yesterday, Zelenskyy was in Paris to meet with French President Emmanuel Macron, who promised to deliver dozens of armored vehicles and more light battle tanks to Ukraine in the coming weeks, and train battalions to use them. In Berlin yesterday, Zelenskyy was awarded the prestigious Charlemagne Prize on behalf of the Ukrainian people for their contribution to the unification of Europe. And on Saturday, Pope Francis held a historic meeting with Zelenskyy at the Vatican. A statement from the Vatican press office said Pope Francis stressed an urgent need for human gestures toward the most fragile and innocent victims of the ongoing war in Ukraine. Now, on a train back home, Zelenskyy tells Ukrainians that he has secured more protection for our people, greater political support.